Jeff, how did practice go today?
It was good. It's hot and physical. Had a fall count feel to it. A lot of energy, a lot of juice. A lot of guys, disappointed the way we've been playing, trying to fix it.
Jeff, it seemed like you guys had some more success in the run game Saturday. Was there something you guys found that allowed you to click in that way?
I think having Vinley back at left guard, having Mackay back at right tackle, Kamar's getting really good at left tackle, CJ's getting a lot better at center. There's a couple of miscommunications in the game. But other than the quarterback, there's not a harder position to learn than the offensive line. I mean, the quarterback, there's just so much to it. There's so many things that are going on out there that, the person in the stands doesn't really understand it. It might not be the quarterback. O-line's very similar. I mean, you don't know what call the center made. Did he push it? Did he plus it? Did he minus it? Did he 5-0 it? I mean, what's he doing up front? So there's a lot of communication up there, and we're just getting better with the quarterback communication, the O-line communication. And I know you got to count it all, but if you take away the minuses from we had the snap issue, we lost, we had the sacks, which comes from your rushing yards, that makes it look a little bit worse than what it really was. So we did have success running the ball at times against a front that I would say is superior to us. So we're just got to keep chipping away at it. Nobody wants to hear it, but we do a lot. And none of it matters if you can't run the ball. Like, none of it. The rest of it's all nothing if you can't run the ball.
Was there more focus or more passion out there today at practice?
Just both. I mean, it's just time on task. I mean, nobody wants to hear it because it's just hard work, man. It's just hard, which is where we've been very successful. We have an unbelievable culture. We're not result driven. We're process driven. We keep our head down. We control the controllables, and you just keep chipping away. And if you can stay healthy, your team will keep getting better each week, and you'll have a really good football season. Sometimes in this game, you can't, because it's a physical game, and the only way you get good at it is by going out there and being physical. So we need to get some fortune to continue to practice and play as hard as we're playing right now.
And sometimes in this business, Coach, can guys maybe be even more charged with enthusiasm when results aren't going their way?
Yeah, it's a fine line. So I know it. To the naked eye, it looks like you're not playing hard when things are not going well. So your natural response is just to tell everybody try harder. Where factually, it's been lack of discipline on our parts, of being in the wrong gap. Some of it misfortune. I mean, when a corner is in cover 3 and he just falls down, I mean, sometimes that just happens, and they just happen to. Seems like right now we're in that position when they fall down, we're not having to be looking that way, and when we fall down, they're looking right at us, and it's been one of those kind of deals. So it doesn't matter. It does matter how hard you try. Don't hear me wrong. You got to always give perfect effort, but you've also got to be disciplined, and you got to do your stuff better. And we're just. You can tell what's happening. Our secondary's young. We're making a lot of mistakes back there. Our O-line's got, new people up there. We're making mistakes up there. And both those spots, when you're young, it can make everything else look really bad very fast.
Jeff Mackay played some significant snaps this past week. What does he bring to the table, and how have you seen him in his return?
Well, you just could tell by the way our tackle's protected. I mean, Kamar's gotten really good. Kyle's a really good football player. He's not even in shape. I mean, he did all that with very limited work. When he gets in shape, man, he is gonna be something, man. Just keep him in your prayers and pray he can stay healthy. He's just so happy to be back, but he's disappointed because he can only play 40 snaps because he's out of shape. But he's a leader. Him and JT have had the worst luck of any two great players I've ever coached. JT did practice today, and he's getting better. I would say he's trending up, and when that happens, I don't know. But I at least know there's hope for JT, like there is for Mackay, and I think Mackay is really good for JT right now because they've been down there together. It's a lonely place to be down in that training room while the rest of the team's practicing, and all you're doing is rehabbing all the time.
Jeff, is it harder to get the guys to be process driven when you have a couple weeks like this? How do you instill patience in the group?
No, I think that's the only reason we make it through these kind of grinds. And unfortunately, these guys have been with me so long. Well, we've lived this every year except for one. We've gone through this exact thing where we just got to grind our way out of it. If you're only result oriented, then your 1 and 2 is how you define yourself. And I understand that's how the world defines people. That's how fans define our team. It's not how we define ourselves. The finished product is what's going to be judged in the end here, and we are a work in progress. And with the new style of college football, there's going to be a lot of this. Very few teams are going to be able to be held together and brought back the next year, but we have natural attrition for graduation rate, and then you have what else is going on in college football now as well.
You mentioned yesterday that you guys took a step back in the secondary. What particularly stood out that might have been a little alarming?
I think Ken not being out there, showed us how important he is to our communication back there. Like giving up the touchdown on 3rd and 19. It's just an MA. I mean, the touchdown we gave up, and we're in cover 3, and he slips and falls down, but he should have never bid on the out. I mean, just discipline. It's not that those kids are not really good football players. They're just getting to play a lot for the first time here. So we've got to clean that up. And that wasn't the only plays in the game, but there were and that's where people are going to go. They're going to go at us in the back, in my opinion, because we're so veteran up front. And we're getting a good handle on stopping the run again.
When Ken is not there to get that stuff communicated, is it kind of spread through the group, or is there somebody who needs to step up and take on that role?
Oh, I put that on me. We shouldn't have gone into the game with that much. We should have just cut those calls. And that's on me for giving them too much and me misunderstanding how important Ken was to us.
Jeff, what did Danye bring to the defense in his debut?
Danye he's a great example of somebody that trusts the process. And 5 years into this thing, I trust Danye like I do anybody. I can have sidebar conversations with Danye. We can talk on a different level. We've been together a long time. And of course, the relationship I have with his brother. I'm from a small town, he's from a small town. We love to talk about little small town football. And I'm just talking about how he is off the field. I'm not even mentioning how he is on the field. He loves football. He's got great energy. He loves to practice football. He loves to play it. He likes being on a team. He likes leading. And if you knew who he was when I got him, he's always been a good boy, don't hear me wrong. But his maturity process is it's incredible where this young man has come in 5 years. His brother's story was very similar. Daydream was very similar.
How did you see him get the guys going? What was his message before the game?
The dude just loves ball, man. He's got juice at all times. He's like the energy bunny. He just loves to practice, loves to play. And you can't help but feel good when you're around Yeah. He just loves ball. And those guys are a joy to coach. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you.